If I'm to take one single strategy today, I would definitely go for trend continuation strategy. Just like the popular saying always good at the trend is your friend, and ability to identify the trend is often the beginning of your journey to profitable forex trading. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how I trade gold and Bitcoin using trend continuation strategy. If you look at my screen right here, you see the current trade I am on right now. This is Bitcoin. So, as you can see, this is actually a trade of 1 to 14 raised to reward. Anyways, so without wasting much of your time, let me explain to you guys how I often trade this thing. Now, this is what I actually trade in gold and Bitcoin. I trade something that looks like a channel. If you actually notice, gold and Bitcoin actually move in a channel. I don't know how many of you are not about to get to know this. They tend to move in a channel. And this channel, so how many channel I'm talking about either diagonal, horizontal, or anyhow it is, but it tends to move in a channel, maintaining even higher high and even lower low. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about now. Gold tends to move in this direction. It makes up like this, goes like this, makes another one like this, and goes another one like this. This is how gold and Bitcoin always tend to move. No matter how they trend, it maintains is actually. Now, what I actually did, the strategy I tend to trend is when gold makes the first high, I wait for it to come and make. When it makes the second one, it gives me a pullback. Make the third one. Then take my I'll now take my uh I'll not take my line. I will not draw a line from beginning of this, from the edge of this place, extend it to this point. Then when I extend it, I now use duplication this thing to duplicate that particular line. When I duplicate, I'll bring it down to this place now. I'm now waiting for gold or Bitcoin, or whichever it is, to come and retest the lower side of the channel. When it retests and give me an entry, if I take my trade here, my stop loss is always the lower low, sorry, the closing of that below candle, the low of that candle, which the entry candle. While my take profit is always the previous high before this channel. Let me go to chart and show you guys what I simply mean here. This is exactly what I mean here in the chart. If you look at Bitcoin here, using this particular one as an instance, now you look at this trade, the first trade I took, the one that I took that failed actually. It went up here, it gives me a point here, as you can see. And I took my line, I marked from this particular beginning of this line to this particular line. Then I extended the line down to this point. Now waiting for Bitcoin to come down here and give me an entry. What happened? Bitcoin came down here. It gives me an engulfing. Though even though the engulfing was not really that clean enough, and I guess that's actually the reason why I love this particular trade. The engulfing wasn't that clean enough. I took a buy, then placed my stop loss below this engulfing candle. Then my take profit, just like I told you guys, is actually at the previous high before the channel. Now this was the previous high. That's why I set my take profit. Now this trade was actually lost, and this trade I took this trade on Thursday last week, and I lost it. Then the next trade I took was this one again. This was this second one. I marked it using this point. As you can see, it came down here. It gave me this place, gave me a pullback, gave me the second leg. I took my wheeler and I drew my line from here, right from here, and I extended it. What then did I do? I used my duplication. I did my duplication command. Just mark the candle here, duplicate it, and take it up. Then what do? I took my duplication and placed it at the previous high, which was here, the previous leg that he gave me before it begins. Then when I took it here, that was somewhere here. I took it here and I kept it here. Then I placed it here. And I was now waiting for Bitcoin to come down, come up to this particular spot and give me an entry. What happened? If you look at here now, when it came to this point, it gave me an engulfing entry right here, as you can see. That was an engulfing entry. What do? I place my sell. I place my sell here, then my stop loss is always at the top of that candle. Now watch what really happened. Then where is supposed to be my TP? If you look at this place now, where is the lowest low after this place? If you shrink if you shrink your screen, you see that Bitcoin, the previous low before the low was here. Here was the previous low, which was 76. But being the fact that this was the previous low, which was 76, as you can see. But being the fact that this 76 actually fell into this channel, so I realized that Bitcoin actually likely to break above. But definitely for it to be able to be successful, it has to break out of this channel. Now it tends to break above. What do I do? I now have to go up to the higher time frame, which was 1 hour time frame, and I adjusted. So you can see I went down to my 1 hour time frame. and I adjusted it right here, right here. And where was my next low? I saw my one time. The next low was here, which was this particular spot. If you zoom at it very well, you see that this is actually the next low we are looking at. This was actually the next low or the last pullback before this, and this was the pullback here. I took my this here, which was 47 for 74,600, and that was where I placed my take profits. And what happened? We actually got an entry yesterday. That was the entry came out yesterday, and we got our take profit this morning. As you can see, it's actually smashed it. And what happened? This was actually a trade of around that 1 to 14, or even more said actually. So, and let's go down and look at other trades also we took, other similar trades we took using the same strategy. As you can see, this is also under trade also. This was also under one here. We marked using, just like I told you guys, this was the neckline here, or rather the first we took. This was it. As you can see, Bitcoin rallied up to this point, gave us this one, came give us a pullback, something like the line, give us this one. What do we do? Mark our stretch our line, and we'll mark it down here. Then we use our duplication candle, we duplicate and brought it down to the beginning of that movement. Are we let wanted Bitcoin to come and give us an entry. When Bitcoin came here, it didn't give us an entry on this. As you can see, there was no engulfing. Now we waited for it again. It came down on the second test was where it gave us an entry, which was engulfing. We took it and we placed our take profit actually is supposed to be here. But being the fact that I actually wanted to just I just wanted to just gamble. So I took my take profit at the top. And what happened? As you can see, it rallied up. On this first one, it's actually closed on this first one, the first pullback, as you can see. Then I rallied up and give us close on our second TP. Then the next trade again also is also here. As you can see here. Similar thing again. This was the beginning of this movement. This was the beginning of this movement. This was the neckline. It went up here. Give us a second. What do we do? We do the line from beginning of here down to this spot. Then we bought it, duplicated and brought it down here. So you can see the beginning of this line. Now waiting for Bitcoin to come to that zone. It came down to that spot and it gave us an engulfing candle. What do we do? We took our long position. And where did we place our take profit? Our take profit. Why is why I didn't put my take profit here? Because at this point now it's still almost on the beginning of the still within the channel. So what did I do? I took my take profit at the next pronounced high, which was here. It's 6,500. And what happened? Bitcoin actually went up and actually closed successfully. So this is just few of the trades I took on Bitcoin. As you can see, some are win, some are lost. I don't trade 100% win trade strategy. I don't even believe that something like 100% win strategy. As you can see, I lost this particular trade also. And this was the trade I took on Thursday. It was a loss. Actually, we lost it and we had no regret about it. So the second one actually came before it was actually a win. So it actually covered the entire loss we made on that one. Then the next another place we also trade this strategy is also on good. As you can see, this is good here. We also tend to trade this on good. This is good. On 15-minute time frame, actually I trade on 15-minute time frame. It's also worth to know that I tend to trade on 15-minute time frame. This is good here. As you can see. The good this was the first neckline here, and I which I extended to this particular point. I brought it down. And what happened? It came up here, give me an engulfing candle. I took a long. So what did good did? Good actually went halfway, but it did not close successfully. It went down and still going down, and I lost this particular trade. The second trade on good was actually this one also. So you guys can see the second one was also a win. The same strategy here. It came up to this. It came here. This was the beginning of this the beginning of this movement from here. This is the neckline. It rallied down. It gave me another neckline here. So I extended these 2 points. I brought it down to this down here. And what happened? It came down here, it gave me an engulfing candle here, and I took a long. And where do I take my take profit? My take profit, I do guys, my take profit always tend to be at the next high, which is up here. This is the next high here. I took my take profit, and what happened? This was actually a successful trade. Similar thing also happened on this one, also a successful trade. So this strategy actually has a high win rate, no lies. It has a high win rate of above 60%. But the thing is, the good thing is this: even if I lost, even if the win rate is as low as 30%, it will still keep you on profit. Just like last month, I took the trade I took on Bitcoin last month. I took about 11 trade on Bitcoin last month. I won just two and I lost nine. Actually, though the line I lost was not actually the 11 trade I took was not just this strategy because I traded of strategies on Bitcoin. But this strategy is actually the best among them all because it tends to give me higher win rate. So out of the 11 trades I took, three was on this strategy, while 8 was on other strategies. So I lost the 8 I took on other strategies, and I lost one I took on the strategy where I want to. Then at the end of the day, I was actually profitable on Bitcoin last month. Because of the fact that I lost my trade, I was still actually profitable on Bitcoin because just one single win on this particular trade was able to cover the entire losses I accumulated on Bitcoin. Because the two trades I took on Bitcoin last month was risk of risk to reward of 1:10, and the 11th, the 10th one actually covered the nine losses I got, while the 11th one kept me as profit of profit percentage of 1,100%. So this is just it on Bitcoin also, on gold also, and it's just like this strategy actually work best for Bitcoin and gold, and that's what I actually tend to use and trade Bitcoin and gold. The disadvantage of this particular single strategy, and that's the more reason why I don't actually trade only, is that it doesn't actually happen all the time. Like in a month, it might happen just twice, three times in a month. But if only you can be patient enough and wait for it, one thing is certain: you will definitely be profitable. Like you will definitely be profitable. It will only take you time and take your patience, but it will be profitable. But I am my end, other end, I really don't have that much patience to just be sitting down my system and be just watching. That's why I tend to mix it up with that strategy. But at the end of the day, it tends to be exceptional among all of them. Like it tends to be unique and also give me what I really want. Understand? So in case you wanna learn more, you wanna know more how I trade, you wanna follow me on my trade, want me to be dropping my signals to you, you can also try to reach out to me. And in case you have not subscribed to the channel, please do wait to subscribe and also like the video, share to your friends, those who are losing money. I always tend to post on my trade, every single trade I take, I tend to post on my YouTube channel. I post my trade before I take the trade and after I take the trade. Understand? Here I don't tend to hide anything. If I win it, I'll show you. If I lost it, I'll show you. Just like the way it is. So thank you so much.